Good morning, boys and girls. So this week we've been talking about making predictions, readers question and predict. And remember, a prediction is like a guess, an inference. And before we start reading, we talked about previewing, and that means gathering all the information we can, kind of like a squirrel gathers nuts before the winter. And then we learned this song to help us remember. And remember, it's to the tune of Row, Row, Row Your Boat. So let's go ahead and sing our song this morning. Read, read, read the text, question while you go. Predict what will happen next. Read on so you'll know. And so then when we read on, we would make a confirmation or confirm, was our prediction right after we read on? Or did we have to make an adjustment? Maybe we weren't quite right, and so we adjusted our prediction. So, boys and girls, today we're going to talk about question while you go. All right. So those are things that I wonder while I read. I'm using my thinking voice, and notice that this card says wonder, and he kind of has his hand like that, like he's thinking, and then with his thought bubbles. Those are all questions that we think while we're reading. So I'm going to go ahead and put wonder up here. And I also wrote some question words down here. Things that I can wonder are who, what, where, when, how, and why. Those are all really good question words that help me think about what I'm reading. So as I'm reading, I'm really wondering and thinking about what I am reading. Okay, so we're going to practice this all today with a story that you can see on your screen called The Toys Party. Okay, so I'm going to move this up just a little bit. You can see a little bit of me, a little bit of the screen here. All right, I'm going to make my picture a little smaller here. Okay, so boys and girls, this title is The Toys Party, okay? So we're going to preview first. We're going to gather as much information as we can, okay? So, I noticed first of all that the title says party. So, and the boy's wearing a crown, and they have lots of food. And I do notice these are maybe some stuffed animals around. So what I'm thinking is, again, using that thinking voice, I'm wondering if this will be about a party of some kind. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to read the text right now. Kipper wanted a party. Well, already I'm kind of wondering, I'm questioning while I go, why does his face look so sad? I used one of those why questions. Why is his face so sad if he wanted a party? Usually a party is a fun thing. Nobody wanted to come. Oh, so if I'm using that thinking voice again, I am also looking at the pictures, remember, and it looks like maybe this is his brother or sister, maybe mom or dad, or maybe these are his friends, and they're playing soccer. And mom and dad over here look busy. They're washing the car. So I'm wondering, maybe they're busy. Maybe they can't have a party right now, and it's making Kipper sad. He got his toys Okay, so, I used that preview, and remember, I noticed that he had a lot of like animals at his table there. All right, so I wonder where he's going with them. I'm using that questioning word. Where's he going with all of those stuffed animals? And I like his dog's face over here. He's like, "What? What is happening?" He wanted a cake. Okay, so I noticed they're in the kitchen. I see an oven here, and he gathered all his toys around, and I see his little thought bubbles. He's thinking of a cake. So I'm wondering now, will he try to make a cake? He put in cornflakes. He put in tomato sauce. Oh, already I don't know if his cake is going to turn out very good. And I notice he's making a huge mess. I wonder if his parents will be upset right now. He's making a huge mess, and I'm wondering if his cake will even be a cake at this point. But look at the dog. I think dogs eat anything. He's like, "Oh, that's delicious." He put in milk, he put in jam. Oh my gosh. Well, look at the mess that he is making. I'm wondering, if I'm using a question word, I wonder where his mom is right now and when she's going to come in, or his dad. Notice that the dog's pretty happy. He put in sugar, he put in baked beans. Oh my gosh, it's just getting messier by the minute. Now look at even the dog's face. He's like, I don't know about this. And look under this table here. This is spilled all over the floor. All the stuffed animals are shocked. Yes, I'm predicting or making a guess, an inference, remember, that I don't think his parents are going to be very happy. What do you think? How would your parents feel? I know I'm a parent and I would not be happy. Sometimes that looks like my kitchen after my kids are in it. Mom was cross. Well, I know that word cross is another word for angry. And you could even tell that by, if I'm using my thinking voice, I'm looking at her face and her hands are up and she's like, "What are you doing?" I bet. Kipper was sorry. Oh, so how do you think Kipper is feeling now? Using that thinking voice. He's pretty sorry. I noticed that his stuffed animals are in here in the washing machine, and that Mom is out here getting the laundry done. So why do you think that Mom, they called her Mom in this story, was so cross or angry? What's your prediction? Yeah, I bet she had to clean up a mess, and it was a big mess, and poor Kipper couldn't even probably eat his cake at the end. All right, boys and girls. So, remember what we did over here. Let's go back to our chart. So, we read the text. And today we focused on questioning while you go. A lot of things that we wonder while we're reading. We don't just read the words, we use our thinking voice to wonder things about the text. We can wonder who and what and where and when and how and why. Then we predict what will happen next. We guess based on all those clues and that information we gather. and then we read on So You'll Know. We make those, we confirm if we're right, or we make adjustments, and then we keep on reading. All right, boys and girls. Very good job listening today. I would like for you now to get a text. And again, it could be off of Epic. This Oxford Owl here has a lot of good books. Your parents just have to sign up for that if they want to. They don't have to. And I want you to practice all of these good things that we've talked about good readers do. I want you to question, and I want you to make predictions. All right, boys and girls, keep reading. Mrs. Holman will see you soon.